everybody, it is Melissa Lloyd with the Valley City Barnes County Public Library, and today I will be bringing to you a book talk. What exactly is a book talk? It's just me talking about a book. As a librarian, one of the joys of my job is finding books to read, and then I get excited because I'm like, these are such great books, but I don't always get the chance to talk about them with everyone. So I thought, we have a YouTube channel, we're going to do some book talks. So the first book I'm going to talk about is called The Number One Ladies Detective Agency. It's a cozy mystery, and it's written by Alexander McCall Smith. It's the story of Ma Ramotswe, who creates the number one ladies detective agency. Not only that, but she boasts it is the finest ladies detective agency in all of Botswana. And she does this with a lot of confidence, and I love that confidence. She's a fantastic character because she's the only ladies detective agency in all of Botswana. And she says this is, well, I have the finest ladies detective agency, and who's going to argue with that? Because it's the only ladies detective agency, but it is the finest detective agency. Confident is a great way to describe Ma Ramotswe. She's had no training as a detective. She's never been a cop. She orders a book through the mail on how to be a detective, and so this mystery series doesn't have that hard-boiled, kind of noir type element. It's very much a cozy mystery. So how does she solve crimes? She's confident and cunning and intuitive, and so these personality traits that she has encourage people to talk to her and open up to her and tell her things. And there are several mysteries in the book, and the cleverness in which Ma Ramotswe solves the crimes would just bring a smile to my face, because they were just, some of them were super amusing. She solves everything from an errant daughter, shifty workers, to a really serious case. I mean, just one that you're left at the end, it gets you right in the feels. It's really good. Now, I listened to the audiobook, and that was narrated by Lizette Lacat, and she did a really great job of bringing the characters to life. She has a really great accent that captures the way that people of Africa speak. And one of the characters in the book is Africa and Botswana itself. I've never been to Africa, but the author and the narrator does a fantastic job of capturing the landscape of the desert. And it often borders on the spiritual or the philosophical. The author and the narrator capture the lives of the farmers and how people and attitudes of the times change as progress changes the landscape. And we live in a very agricultural community, and so even though I've never been to Africa, or you've probably never been to Africa. If you have, congrats. But you feel like you're there, and it's something you can find relatable even though it's a million miles away. One of the central ideas of the book is one's definition of happiness, which to me makes it not a typical mystery. Here's an excerpt to give you an idea of what I mean. Ma Ramotswe went shopping that morning. Her Saturday mornings had always been important to her. She went to the supermarket in the mall and bought her groceries and her vegetables from the woman on the pavement outside the chemist's. After that, she went to the President Hotel and drank coffee with her friends. Then home and half a glass of Lion beer, taken sitting out on the veranda and reading the newspaper. As a private detective, it was important to scour the newspaper and to put the facts away in one's mind. All of it was useful, down to the last line of the politicians' predictable speeches and the church notices. You never knew when some snippet of local knowledge would be useful. That's why Ma Ramotswe could not understand people who took no interest in all of this. How could one live in a town like this and not want to know everybody's business, even if one had no professional reason for doing so? So if you're interested in a really good mystery series, then I recommend The Number One Ladies Detective Agency by Alexander McCall Smith. It's got some great characters. You are transported to another place, and you wind up rooting for a character that is not your typical detective. I'm Melissa Lloyd with the Valley City Barnes County Public Library, and we'll see you in the stacks.